sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page brought to you by Kaufman and Lind Injury Attorneys. Good morning, Mike Bianchi.
Good morning, gents. How are you this morning?
Ready to do the do here this morning. What do you got for us?
Well, what we got is obviously everybody's monitoring Hurricane Helene, especially up in Tallahassee, where Florida State's football team is trying to get ready for the game at SMU. I guess from last I heard, Florida State's going to ride out the storm in Tallahassee and then fly to Dallas for the SMU game on Friday. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, it's a big game for Florida State. They're coming off that win against Cal on last Saturday, and they're trying to keep some momentum. So it's got to be a distraction, obviously. I mean, obviously, there are bigger things than football games, but to them, this is a big game. So you wonder how this is going to affect their preparation because, a lot of the players are from the Panhandle, and so they're worried about their families. So.
Yeah, this is definitely a big distraction.
Right? I'll say.
Wow.
I'll say. So, and SMU's a pretty good team.
Yeah.
I mean, SMU I think they put up 66 on TCU.
They did.
Last week.
They did.
So they can score some points. WNBA, the Caitlin Clark show is over. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever get eliminated from the playoffs last night. They lost game 2. They played best of 3 first round of the WNBA playoffs, so they lost game 2, so they're out of the playoffs. But what a season, what a calendar year it's been for Caitlin Clark. When you think about, her college career last year, she broke the all-time record for college scoring. Then she comes into the WNBA as the number 1 overall pick. She set regular season WNBA records for assists in a season, points scored or assisted in a season, points by a rookie, 3-point field goals by a rookie. Go down the list. So very successful season, obviously. I forgot to say, and she set all sorts of television ratings records for the WNBA. So,
she's awesome. I mean, there's hands down, she's a stud.
I'll tell you what, that Indiana team, they'll be champions in, I'll say 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years.
I'll give you that.
She's going to get better and better as she progresses throughout her career. So we'll see what happens. The Rays also got eliminated from the playoffs last night. Nobody expected them to make it, but they lost to the Tigers 7-1. So the Tampa Bay Rays will not be in the Major League Baseball postseason. NFL game
real quick, can we back up to baseball for a second? The Oakland A's will play their final game in Oakland today, Bulldog. Have you ever been to that stadium?
I've never been to. I don't know that I've ever been to Oakland.
I've driven by that stadium, and I'll put it to you this way: I haven't stepped foot inside of it. I drove by as quickly as I could
with the windows up and the doors locked.
Roll them up, roll them up.
I guess it's sad that this is the last game, but let's face it, Oakland has had many chances to redo their stadium. I mean, that thing is ancient. They lost their football team because they wouldn't build a stadium. They lost the Golden State Warriors to the other side of the bay because they wouldn't build an arena. So, hey, if you want to be a professional sports town, sorry, you have to build arenas. You have to build venues.
So the A's are like, we're off to West Sacramento for the next few seasons before our new digs in Vegas are ready.
Right. NFL game tonight, Dallas at the New York Giants. The Cowboys are under some pressure. They're 1-2. They got smoked last week. I don't know if you got Taco Bob. I don't know if you have any access to Devin Singletary in your fantasy league. But Devin Singletary. The Cowboys have the worst rushing off defense in the league. I'm predicting Devin Singletary, the running back for the Giants, will have a big game tonight.
I just picked up a Giants quarterback.
Daniel Jones, wow.
Well, I mean, I was sitting on a couple turns, so.
Well, I think the Giants could actually beat the Cowboys tonight. We'll see what happens.
Hey, Dog, why don't you drive over to Melbourne and join us for Thursday Night Football at Cricket's on Wickham Road?
Ooh. It's my old stomping grounds in Brevard County. I used to live over there.
We're going to be there pregame in 6 to 8, unless we're told otherwise. But as of now, it's a go. As of now.
Yeah. Good. By the way, have you guys seen this story about the UNLV quarterback?
The NIL that he supposedly was promised by one of the coaches?
Matthew Sluka. He left. They're undefeated right now. UNLV's undefeated. They're having one of their best seasons ever. They're ranked number 23 in the Coaches Bowl, and their quarterback, Matthew Sluka, says he was verbally promised $100,000 of NIL money from an assistant coach, the offensive coordinator, and they haven't delivered. So he essentially has left the team after 3 games.
And then the head coach, when asked about it, said that none of those offers are valid unless they come from me.
Hey, you guys all invited this on yourselves with this NIL.
Oh, man.
Now you got kids that are going to dictate how things go. And
another reason you need the GM model now in college football, for sure.
Here's my question. Like, the agent came out with a statement that they reneged on.
Yeah.
So the agent came out with a thing, they reneged on the promise here. I'm like, what kind of agent are you? Why didn't you get it in writing, you fool?
Again, like
what
Pat
are you
said,
doing as an agent?
GM, put a GM in, and then the agents are going to be on top of their game, making sure everything's signed. The GM's going to make sure everything's signed. There's no verbal agreements. This is what you get.
I hope this isn't one of those deals where the agent is one of his buddies.
It probably is.
It sounds like.
Right,
and what agent wouldn't get this in writing?
His friend Todd.
Yeah. All right, dog.
Yes.
If you want to catch up with Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, you can find him over on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game, hosting Open Mic on Adjacent to Us weekday mornings. And he takes some time out of his show to join us here on JRR each morning for the sports page, brought to you by Kaufman and Lind.
That's right. You can listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Cobb every Saturday morning, 7:30, FM 96.9 The Game. You can catch extended versions of Under Oath by searching your favorite streaming platform.
Lynch and Taco.